sorted out so I can see everything that you guys are saying out there. Get a little scan around. I know you guys like to see what's going on. See Dan Byrne getting interviewed down there by Alan Shearer, Nicky Butt, others. There's Anthony Gordon going through his paces on the pitch before. I don't know if he's still around. Don't think so. Right. Oh, there he is. That's him there. Right. Let's see what you guys are saying. Oh, Paul Chollerton straight in the comments. 989, mate. You're too kind. You're too kind. I think you're probably riding on cloud 9 like I am. Outstanding. Right, my thoughts. 32 you guys on here. You want to hear my thoughts? Of course you do. I think you do anyway. That's probably what you come here for. I love that. I love that. But I've got to say, it's going to sound negative really off the bat. But I really enjoyed the fact that we smashed them today. I kind of hope for a little bit more. You know, when I went 4, it's like the amount of times Manchester United have absolutely never took the foot off the gas, giving Newcastle United an absolute battering consistently. I kind of wanted to see them score a couple more. I did. I wanted a 5 or a 6. But that's just being greedy. Just being greedy. Look, Newcastle United up to 4th. A draw in the game in hand against Crystal Palace on Wednesday. Just a draw takes them to 3rd top. Been remarkable when you think about it. Remarkable. I don't know, well worth our win today. Well worth our win today. It was a walk in the park. Man United were very lucky to be on terms, I thought, at half time. And it did always feel like if Newcastle United just upped the levels very slightly, that they would they'd take it on and grasp the game. And I thought it was really positive to see Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes grasping the game for me was a big thing, because obviously he's got Anthony Gordon breathing down his neck again, a hungry Anthony Gordon wanting to be back in the team. So to see him really take the game by the scruff of the neck and win it for Newcastle in that second half was outstanding. Then the swaggering, silky performance of Sandro Tonali, just picking the ball up, running things in that second half was beautiful. And his goal, what a technician he is. I know I was having this conversation with the lads in some weird kind of way. You want to see him in the box more because he's technically brilliant. You want to see him in the box getting on the end of things, having shots. But he's outstanding in the 6 in Newcastle United and gave great balance to that midfield. It was good to see Bruno get on the score sheet again. I thought Newcastle were relatively untroubled defensively. Trying to think of everybody else. It wasn't Jacob Murphy's best game, you've got to be honest about it. But he really warmed to the game in the second half and got another assist and added to his tally. Isak was probably a bit quieter as the game went on. It was good to see Joe Linton didn't get his other booking, and it was good for Newcastle United to have produced a result without the manager. That's a big thing. So I wondered how it would affect them. Not having him around all week. Obviously he's got his coaches that trust implicitly, but not being around all week, you sort of think, is it going to have an impact? Is it not? It didn't seem to today at all, and I'm really, really pleased for that. And of course, everyone at Geordie Journals wishes a get well. We did on Twitter, wishes a get well soon to Eddie Howes. I'm sure all of you guys out there, and I'm sure he'll be happy to see his team perform as we know they can perform. Right. You've had 4 minutes then of me waffling and talking rubbish, so I'm going to jump in the comments and see what you guys are saying. Are we going to go silly today, or are we going to keep it normal and sane? Let's wait and see. Right, El Stapleton with the claps, love it. What a result, great team effort. Shez, okay, we've shown we can walk over mid-table championship level teams like Man United, but the big game is on Wednesday against a big club. I love that. I think Wednesday will be a tougher game. I've said that all along. I thought Newcastle would be a walk in the park today. I wasn't certain it would be at half time, although you did think if they took it up a level. But yeah, it was Newcastle are levels above Manchester United this season. That was the thing for me. I just wanted to see them absolutely batter them. And they did. But a 5 or a 6 would have been quite nice. The amount of times we've all felt that. They never let their foot off the gas for us, and Newcastle didn't. But they did the right thing and rested a few bodies, and Joe Linton didn't get his booking. One more game, by the way, for Joe Linton. He's a game. Obviously, Newcastle being a game behind everybody else. The cut-off point for everybody else was this weekend to avoid the 2-game ban. Joe Linton, he's got to avoid it against Crystal Palace, so fingers crossed, because it'd be a big miss at Villa, and the next game I can't remember after that. Possibly not as much of a miss in the Ipswich home game, but definitely at Villa. You need him at Villa. Right. Graham Doherty, Liam, what are we going to do with the left back once Lewis Hall is fit? Because Tino's been bloody brilliant. I thought he was excellent. He was excellent in the first half, then he dropped a bit, then he came back into it and was excellent, and just really fancied it today. Really fancied it. It was great to see. What we're going to do, I think Lewis Hall plays. Lewis Hall's is possibly the best left back I've seen. I want to see it consistently. I want to see it over time, but he's possibly the best left back I've seen at Newcastle. So he's got to go back in. I'm sorry, he has, but Livermento's done really well. I thought Livermento was actually poor for the first goal. Manchester United's goal. Almost overcommitted in the position, and it was Joe Linton who gave the ball away, I think, from memory. But it was Livermento overcommitting. Livermento overcommitting, and then out of position, it pulled Dan Burn out there, and etc. So. I thought he was good. I thought he was excellent, and it was just really bang up front today. But for me, Lewis Hall comes back in the team when Lewis Hall's fit, because Lewis Hall is outstanding. El Stapleton, any news on Eddie? No, I did ask today, and there doesn't seem to be. We'll be told there'll be an update when there's an update to be given. Asked around a few, but there's some suggestions about his health and his where he is at the moment. But just fingers crossed that I'm not going to feed any rumours or add to anything on this live. I just hope he's fitting well. And I'm sure he will be. And he'll be really pleased with that. Nathan Page, the best part is it's become normal now. Chris, quick question. Do you think qualifying for the Champions League will make a sizable difference to our summer budget? Yes, it will. You only have to look at the prize money dished out to teams this year. There was a team from Eastern Europe. I'm not the best with these things. One team from Eastern Europe that played 8 games and lost all 8 games, didn't even get a draw, and they got more prize money in the Champions League this year than Newcastle United got last year. That shows you the difference this year. You're talking about Aston Villa getting to the stage of the competition that they have. You're talking about 80 million quid, potentially 80 million quid. Newcastle United got about, I can't remember. Do you know what did Newcastle get last year for the Champions League? About 19. Am I making that up? Aye. I'm sure it was about 20 mil. There's a team who lost 8 games out of 8, got 21 million this year. That just shows the difference, and that shows you what it can do for budgets. Alistair Bradley, Forest now sides with Arsenal very inconsistent. Could we topple Arsenal and finish second? It'd be a remarkable season to do that. I still think it's a reasonably sizable gap. It's still 4 points, but if they win the game in hand. But I think they're going to have to win most of their games left. But look, I have no idea which way the season's going to go. On Newcastle at the limit, can they keep getting better? Can they keep going again? Who knows? I think we'll find out on Wednesday. I think that's a really tough day, a really tough game against a good side with a good manager. If they can come away with another 3 points on Wednesday, they'll have done a lot of the fighting to get in the Champions League, because they've got a few home games, the Ipswiches and others at home, where they will win those games. And I think, if every week goes on, that they're looking more and more like they will nick one of those 5 places, and that would, like I said, that would be transformative, because just turning up and making up the numbers in the Champions League is worth the same as what Newcastle had last time. That's without even winning a game. It would make a huge difference to transfer budgets, because they can basically rely on a base figure now of saying we're going to get at least 20 million. That's for doing nothing. So it will make a huge difference. Do you know, on the radio, I love Man United, even when they're rubbish, as they've dished out so much hurt. I don't get it. Beating them, that is. Right, you corrected it in the next comment. Beating them, that is. Yeah, I wanted more. I wanted to really rub their face in the dirt. That's what I felt, given the amount of times that they've done it to Newcastle United in over the last few decades. But it wasn't to be, but it was still a positive result. If you'd said to me 4-1 before the game, I would have snapped your hand off. And no Joe Linton ban, and no, hopefully, fresh injuries. Dale the Dolphins, statement game from a team that clearly believes it's getting Champions League. I think the players are under no illusions. They believe they're going to be in the Champions League this year, and who's to bet against them? Not going to be me. Dean C. Alright, okay, alright. Craig Lee smoked them second half, definitely did. And Harvey Barnes, I was really pleased to see that. He's got Anthony Gordon breathing down his neck to suddenly really put in a performance and grab that game by the scruff of the neck. It was great. I loved that. I loved it. It's good. It gives the manager and his assistants and whatever good options, good decisions. It's good. It's nice to have decisions to make. Jack catching Arsenal seems real. Dean C, what a second half, brilliant. Ian McCubbin, a sweet victory today. Craig Fogg and Man U are still really poor. The media hyped them up, but we overpowered them. Look, I'm not going to go huge on that Man United. That was a half-arsed Manchester United today. They didn't care really. That was really half-arsed, but you still got to beat what's in front of you, and it's still Manchester United, and I'm still happy to see that kind of performance and result. EG, good performance. That man of the match was Harvey Barnes for me. I think he did great. Always love beating Man United. I hate them. Aidan Brophy, great game. Nice to have an early kick-off. 18:30 over here. Usually have to watch this the next day. All right, cool. Where are you? Let me know where you're from, where you're watching the Geordie Journals live. This is St James's Park, the place we all know and love. And can you see him? There's Alan Shearer over my shoulder. There he is. David Chinola as well. Graham Doherty can't believe the engine on Tonali on that night. The 95th minute, he's still. It was just like, I'm going to take this and you're not going to take it off us. See you later. It was class. It was a proper bold move and I loved it. Mandy had great results, especially against them. Well worth the win. Jack said hi to you, mate. Hi to everybody joining in. 143 you guys on here. Get the likes going. Craig Lee, Tonali just keeps going. He does. Truls Hagen Christian saying, yes, get in. I think we're all feeling that in the chat today. James Brighton, do you think Man United had Dubravka would turn their nose up at signing him? Yes. Keep wanted an extra few seconds, extra yard on everything, didn't he? Nearly got caught 4 or 5 times, and obviously I dropped the clanger for that fourth. But yeah, the scouting of goalkeepers is a bit iffy. Like, got to say that. I do think it's a confidence thing as well. Tell you who I thought was stinking for them today. Ugarte stunk the place out in that midfield. He was awful, genuinely awful. Gave them no foothold at all, none at all. Terrible. And Luke Shaw, look, I can't. I'm hiding it with a beer. I got me big chin here, me gut. Oh bloody hell, Luke Shaw. Another lad's not playing football, but he must still be eating like he's playing every week, because he's a big lad. And I get some of it's probably muscular and his physical build, and we've all said it before about him looking a bit heavy, but wow. Looked very heavy when he came on. Very heavy. Anyway, I digress. Mike Fraser, Tonali, what a player. Tino superb again. George Cronin, who would believe it? 2 Brazilians subbed by 2 Geordies. Jack Barnes was harshly criticised in the past. All he needed was a run of games. It's nice to see. Don, get in. This one's for Eddie. JC, oh happy days, how are the lads? Porty Street Henderson, on the stream I watched, Andy Hinchcliffe was so biased to Man U and a pain in the backside. United this, United that, sycophantic of bullshit. Well, you'll know I get that on here, but it'll always be the other way actually, to be fair. Anthony Allen, love it when beat Man United becomes normal. Yeah, easy. It's easy. Imagine rolling the back 2 decades and saying that. El Stable and Seymour Allen Smith, shocking. Jack, you had to turn the commentary off. Never heard Newcastle be mentioned. Don Liam, your wig slipped. I'm not getting a wig. There'll come a day where it just all gets whipped off. It all just gets whipped off. Dark by Design, Livramento is WC. World class? WC is a toilet, isn't it? Do you mean world class? I'm assuming. Paul Davidson, just what the doctor ordered for the gaffer. That mind, get in, lads. Barry Hogan, amazing result. We could have scored 6. Man of the match. Who do you want my man of the match? Over the 90, I was thinking Tonali, but I think the way that Harvey Barnes grasped that game in the second half, I could not give it to Harvey Barnes. I thought that second goal was class as well. He was just like, get out the way. I'm just going to run right through you and smash it in the top corner. Class. Paul Featherstone, Tyndall man of the match. I think he's had to take a lot of this, on this. He has. He was still taking the training on the pitch as well before the game. So he was taking up. He's still doing his own duties as well as Eddie's as well. Colin Morton, Sandro man of the match. Stephen Kennedy, Geordie boys taking the piss. Yeehaw! How about that run in the end by Tonali? Class. It really was. It was like, I'm running this. I run this game now. You just play my game. It was one of those kind of moves. I love Barry Hogan, hello. Where are we at? Shares, I thought Livramento was poor for the first goal. Yeah, I did too. But it's a sign of a healthy dressing room that he carried on and played a hell of an overall game. Fair point. David Smith, win on Wednesday, only 4 points behind Arsenal, and we still have to play them. Don't I think Palace will be a hard match? I do. I think that'll be a much tougher match than what today was. Well, for that's nice to hear. We've given the song back to them again. You've seen United now, F off home. Yep, that was funny. Astra Tanvia, please name a car for an edit. What does this mean? Sometimes on these lives, we get random questions and random comments where I don't always know the answers. There's a fly. Get off. Fly just landed on me. I don't always know the answers. I don't really know what that means. If you care to explain, elaborate, you'll always get an answer off me if I can. Jill Watnua, which club do I support? You won't have to look at my social media and my YouTubes for very long to know who I support. It's rather obvious. It is this team, the mighty Magpies, Newcastle United. Pope Bros, Man United is so bad, the worst team in the world. They're not, but they're not very good either. Gary Kilvington, I think Villa are guaranteed 100 million, and the winners overall are guaranteed around 200 million. I don't think that's the case in the Champions League. I think so far they've earned around 80 million euros. I think I'd seen reported. So around, in and around the 80 million mark. But I think that'll go up a little bit as well, which is incredible. But they've had a great run in the tournament and they deserve it. Jill McNew and Newcastle destroyed Man United. Barry Hogan, Gordon doesn't deserve to take Barnes' place on recent performances. Who will start against Palace? I think it's hard to say after Barnes' goal scoring performances. It's hard to say you would change that team too much. But what Gordon does give you, and I wondered if that might happen, Gordon also gives you the opportunity to be able to change Isak and put Gordon on up front if it's one of those type of games. So I think Gordon gives you good options off the bench, right, left and forward. Paul Fellis and the Sky Pundits were discussing the game and predicting the score. They felt we wouldn't win 3-1. They were right. VX Rail, hi, love from Dubai. Today's my birthday, so can you please say happy birthday? Please read this message. VX Rail, happy birthday over in Dubai. I hope you're having a lovely weekend, and the Magpies have probably just put that little icing on the top of the cake for you tonight. Sad Dossery, first win for our assistant coach, it certainly is. Hashim Kareem, 22, Magpies. Jill Noah, Harvey Barnes was magic today. Aidan Brophy's watching from Estonia. I hope it's nice where you are. Do my head in. Hello, Governor. Hello. Mike Fraser watching from Sydney, 3:51 a.m. It's a late one. You don't want to hang on yet. Get yourself to bed, man. You'll have work in the morning. TG KLS. Oh, sorry, have I got that right? TG KLS 58. Lads, I'm in Korea in the Toon coming here in the summer. Yes, they are. Well, we're just waiting on dates. They're probably going to be 2 games as well. Jill Batnua, Garnacho is the next replacement of Bruno. I don't know what that means. Garnacho is trash. Keith Patterson, hello mate. Hello mate. Hopeful, I bet £10 at 375 to 1 on Tonali first goal and 6-1, but it wasn't to be. Keith, how good would that have been if it had come in? That would have paid for the breakfast and more. Enjoyed a lovely breakfast with my good friend Keith and a few other lads as well today. You're good at this betting lot, Keith. You need to, it's like Mystic Meg, innit? You predict the future. Very, very good. I thought it was going to be. I really wanted to see Newcastle put their foot down on the pedal in that last 15 minutes, but it didn't happen. And who cares? It was a great result anyway. Lennox Lewis is a goat. United fan. For 27 years, we got battered boys against men. The 2 times we played this season, we're done anyway. Yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't great, mate, for you. Jill Watnua, what do you think of Alexander Isak? I think he's mint. Where are we at? Lennox Lewis, a good. Luke Shawarma. Luke Shawarma. I love that. That's quite funny. That is funny, to be fair. People saying hello to Keith in the chat. Keith's a great lad. He's a great lad. Absolute top class. I don't know if he's jumping in the chat any further along. I don't know where he's watching this from, but I hope you're safe travels tonight, mate. And I'll see you on Wednesday night as well. Derek Sharp, Liam, I've heard Radcliffe is looking at the circuit for the next goalkeeper. Look, you kind of, you'd probably scout a couple of trapeze artists who'd do a job like. I probably would. Suave Yasil, where you at, mate? St James's Park. We do sometimes from time to time in these lives get people come on and they don't really know who we are. It's probably a good thing that the Geordie Journals is hitting new audiences all over the place. We are at St James's Park after Newcastle United's 4-1 win over Manchester United here. This is what it looks like. It's very big on this side, but that's where I do my video from. There we are, little panel. Demo Briggs shows overweight, not as overweight as Callum Wilson though. I don't think that's the case. Suavia said yes, it's Newcastle. It is. Stephen Kennedy, we bullied them all over the park. Football forever, 001, up the top two, up the tune forever. Barry Hogan, Bobby Charlton, Scumbag, Ferguson, Roy Keane, your boys took one hell of a beating. Mark Irwin, that was fun. I sat in Goldridge chat enjoying his pain with the win. I suppose that would have been quite entertaining. I'm sure there'll be memes going about that in the not too distant future. Dean C, 93 years since we've done the league double of Man United. Yeah, I've seen that stat before the game. Quite incredible, but not surprising in some respects. But 93 years is a long, long time. Blue Moon Tiger King, do you think you would keep Alexander Isak? Yes, I do. Yes, absolutely do. Dean C says 97 years. Derek Sharp, get well soon, Eddie Howe. I can't disagree with that. Get well soon, Eddie. Someone said 95 now, but it's 90 odd by the sounds of it. You kind of decide between 93, 97, 95. I don't know. I'm not in a position to Google it. So anyway, John Quinn, impressive and nothing lucky about it. Where are we at? 96. Oh, hey lads, man, how are you? Get your act together. Lennox Lewis is a goat. I can't believe we still employ Victor Lindesoft and Luke Shawarma with a little kebab emoji. I love it. Derek Shaw, Palace will be thinking about that semi potentially. And we've seen and experienced in the past that, you know, it only takes a 5% drop off of not putting your foot in here, not running too hard there. All it takes is that 5% drop off and results go. So it'd be interesting to see if that is an effect on Crystal Palace coming up. Barry Hogan, Liam, anything more about us trying to sign Queen from Wolves, or is it the usual load of clickbait? It isn't the usual load of clickbait. Newcastle United do really like the player. I don't know if it's got anything further. And look, Craig Hope's the most reliable journalist on the Newcastle beat, so who are we to doubt? But yeah, no, they're the big admirers. He's a huge pal of Bruno Guimaraes as well, and Joe Linton. I don't just mean because they play together in Brazil and whatever. They are big pals, and it'd be an interesting one to see. We're just going to get Anthony Gordon in here. You see him? He's doing his shuttles. He's the last Newcastle United player out on the pitch doing his shuttles. Oscar Henry, good win today. Shares, we were bound to get it right eventually. Paul Featherson, Sky, you weren't. Did you get it right? I'm not even sure. Paul Featherson, Sky were talking about Man United. Yawn. John Quinn, great team effort to Tonali's goal. It was magic, it really was. It was great to see. Oscar Henry were playing really good at the minute. Magpie Ranger, changing the guard performance that lane. We look miles ahead of them, and the gap will be bigger next season. 4 wins, and we'll make the Champions League for sure. I actually think that too. If the games they got left, if they just win the home, I think I said that to the lads before, all they have to do is win the home games. If they can win all the home games, I think Champions League will be secure. I think that'll be enough. Shares Man United aren't even the worst team in the world, so they're not even the best at being crap, can't do anything right. Honestly, they might be the great survivors though. If they go and get something on in midweek, all of a sudden you start to say they've got a chance of being in the Champions League next season, and they've stunk the Premier League out this season. Madness. Daniel Maloney, Tonali's another level, he really is. Keith Patterson, question. You're on your stag night and you go back to the room, 2 beds and you have to get in one. Haley Cropper, Susan Boyle. What are you doing, Liam? I'm kipping on the floor, Keith. Is that not an option? That's got to be an option. It has to be. It has to be. Or I'm just keeping quiet about the option. Who knows, I might go on both beds. Never know, never know. It's getting desperate around the Kennedy household these days. Barry Hogan, hello Sir Keith. Blackest Ping up the tune. Robert Pubert Johnson. I'm a gooner. Good to you, good to see you. Keith the Mystic Mag from Kenzie XII, the Popple Mags Mages. Tonali's getting better and better and better. He really is. Paul Featherson, be a travesty if Man United win the Europa and get in the Champions League. I don't really care what they do, to be honest, but it would be remarkable. Abd Ibast, Man City. Wrong chat. Fair enough. It all works for the algorithm. Keep the conversations going. Derek Sharp, Sir Keith Liam will end up with both. He's stud. He's not a stud. I can speak. He's not. He's not. But like I say, you never know. He could be persuaded. Where we are, Phil Downey, Liam, any new signs you think are on? No, I don't know at all. Lots of deleted messages, so that must be some naughty ones in there. Paul Fellas and Eddie did watch the game according to Tyndall. All right, excellent. I would have thought he would have too. Mark Hunter, howdy y'all from Houston, Texas. Ye fucking ha. I love it. Hashim Kareem, my friend, it is windy there. How is the usual atmosphere? It wasn't. Is it windy? Is the sound bad? I don't know. It was windy earlier today, but not really in the ground. The atmosphere was good today. It was loud in parts. Everyone enjoyed themselves. I thought it was decent, and Man United fans always sing. It's funny because they're kind of in the banter era, like when Newcastle United were Ashley, where it's like the fans are going to stand by the team and sing through anyway, and it's just remarkable to see Manchester United in that kind of position, in my opinion. James Rowell, excellent pressing today. We went after it, we really did. We were due a rout, and that was a rout from the Popple Majors. Blue Moon, Tiger King, Alexander Isak, sell, or is he staying? What do you think? Staying, I'm certain of it. Kenzie XII, saying hello to Keith. Dalen Swartland, hello again. Hope you remember me. I'm a Liverpool fan. Can you please give us Isak? No, it's not happening. Where we are, Chris. Barnes is the best in the Newcastle shirt right now, doing everything people criticise him for, pressing well and dribbling past it and showing space. I like to see it. Barry Hogan, it's true the Manx were walking out just at half time. I didn't see that. Some might have, but I didn't see that. Brian Linden Oxnard, can we play them every week? I think everyone wishes that too. Kenzie XII. Haley, if it's real life, she's a man in fact. Right, let's go back to Keith's question. Let's see. John Quinn watching from Hanover, Germany. Keith Patterson, Liam's done worse than the Cropper. Hey man, you're not meant to put me secrets out there, Keith man. I trust you with these things. Where we are. Alud Miladi Raji. Hello mate, watching from Oakland, California. Nice, I hope it's really nice where you are. Barry Hogan, Liam, what's your prediction for the Palace game? I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and predict any kind of, I don't know. I think it'd be really tough, you know. It'd be interesting to see where they're bang up for it or not, but because like I say, the FA Cup thing is their season, isn't it? 2-1, Newcastle win 2-1. Derek Sharp after a night out in Sunderland, Turkey. Tony, get in. The Gordon Barnes problem is fire. We need these in every position. Buzzing for the win. Was how on Skype with the players? What you heard, Liam? I don't know. I've not heard that at all. Don Barnes might work through the middle at the minute. I think in the oldie world, when he used to play two up top, I think he would have been a striker who played off a big man. I think he's a good finisher, and I like to see him. You know, one of my criticisms in that first half was he maybe didn't get into the positions that you wanted to see him get into. Against Leicester, he was almost like a second striker, and he was driving at the box. And when Isak went out or wide, Barnes was the man in the box. And then second half, to be fair, that's exactly what he did. So it was good to see. Abdurrahman Armin, can you zoom in on Shearer? Can you zoom in on Shearer and the others, please? Right, can I flip this round? No. How am I doing this? Flip this round. Let's have a look. See what I can do. It's gone a bit blurry until it sets itself, but apologies. Nah, you're just gonna get a complete blur. I'm not really that far away, and the camera isn't that bad on here, but it's just not. It's not set. Apologies. Where we are? Stephen answered surely a beer after Liam. I don't know, I'm trying not to drink at the minute. Trying to lose a bit of the podge, so I don't know. Maybe. It's probably worth one, innit? Anyway, Dalen Swartland, if you sold Isak, who would you want to sign? I'm not answering that question. They're not selling Isak, so it's pointless. The Popple images, I love Barnes. It's saying to Gordon, this is my left wing. He's not really. Anthony Gordon is an incredible match winner, but Harvey Barnes did the match winning thing today, which was good to see. Chris, Oakland, California 2. We need to get a Geordie bar. I think you do, because there's a couple of years in the comments today. There are tons of us out here, shown by all the Newcastle shirts at the Sam Fender concert on Friday. Oh, brilliant! I never seen the pictures of that. Excellent stuff. Join on the radio. Is that Tuesday night in Sunderland? All right, that must be the question again. Answers down here. Derek Sharp, Isak isn't for sale. I'm not getting involved in the Isak crap. Where are we at? Popple matches, all I can see is 4 bald heads. Hey man, stop saying that about us. Derek Sharp, Liam not drinking because he's an animal. I'm just not drinking because I need to lose some chunk, man. I need to lose some chunk. I've been back to the gym this week a few times. Played football a few times this week as well, including with a Loaded Mag lads yesterday in a charity match against Newcastle Fans TV. We'd lost 2 years in a row. Yesterday we finally won it. There'll be pictures on social media if you can find it. Dalen Swartland, Mo Salah running down the wing. Not the day, I don't know where that comes from. James Brighton, Liam's not drinking, improved performance at the hotel room. maybe. Who says I need it, man? What are you talking about? Where we are? Bo 1-1. Tonali's allowed to sleep with our significant other, gents. This is just the fact. Shez, Liam, would you rather have no team? Shez, man, where we're going again? Where we're going? There's 200 people on here. I don't want to hear my silly answers to questions, I don't think. Shez, Liam, would you rather have no teeth for a whole month or wear a Sunderland shirt for a week with no explanation to anybody? Teeth. That's probably the easiest answerable question you've ever put to me. Ever. Shez, would I rather wear a Sunderland shirt for a week with no explanation or have no teeth for a whole month with no explanation? There's Big Joe, the big man. I'll take the teeth any day, man. Honestly, it's not even hard. Don Murphy, another assist today. Derek Sharp, Liam's a stud. Ask Sir Keith, he knows something I don't know about that. Elisa, Sweden greetings. So Sweden greetings to you too. Dash 9473, thoughts on Isak today? I thought he was very quiet. I didn't think it was his best game. But look at the end of the day, Newcastle are winning games, and they're winning games comfortably, so they're not needing Isak at his very best, and that's totally okay. I thought he tried to link things quite well in the first half. Dropped in deep, dropped out wide. I thought he caused problems, but it probably wasn't a vintage Isak today, and that's all right. Dean say, I'll DL the machines at the gym. Me, coffee machine, crisp machine, chocolate machine. Aye, there are, like, there are. I've done too many. Shez, I've lost my spark. Sorry, Liam. No, you haven't. You'll get it back. It was a momentary loss of spark. Kenzie, teeth are overrated. Everyone's laughing at Shez. Now I'm going to go now. Half an hour. Thanks very much. 70 likes. Come on, like, please. Somebody's coming. Stephen Kenny, Liam, mate, stockings and suspenders are tight. We're not going at we're not going to go down the range of what kinks that people have got in this chat today. I'm not going there. Do you mean what I want to wear? Or do you mean what I like to see on someone else? I'm not sure. But I'm not going there. Right, I've got to go. I've got to go and do some work. I've got to do some work. Here at St James's Park, you love the place, just like me. Thank you everybody for being in the chat. Thank you for the amazing contribution as well. 999, incredible stuff. Thanks so much. It never goes unnoticed that you guys support us and the channel so much, and we love you for it. We all love you for it. I can speak for Jordan, I can speak for Dom as well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everything that you do for the channel. We love you, and we will see you in the big video. The big video is coming up. Make sure you check it out when I'll be with Dom and Jordan, and we'll digest this one. I don't know what I was going to say. Digest this one a little bit more. Good night, wherever you're watching this. Thank you so much for your support.